I'm Jeff Fritz with SoundStage.com, and I'm joined today by Josef Zellner. He is the owner of Dual Turntables, and Josef is joining us today, I believe, from Germany. Josef, how are you
Right.
today?
Not too bad, thanks.
Well, I wanted to find out a little bit about Dual Turntables today. One of our writers, Tom Moon, he has a dual turntable, a vintage classic model, the CS5000, and I've heard him speak about it and write about it many times, and he speaks so fondly of Dual. And so that's one of the things that made me curious about the brand. And I guess the first question that I have for you, Josef, is what makes a dual turntable special?
Well, I guess it's the design and it's technology. You know, we use with our new dual turntables, we use innovative technology, but it's always based on the good old times when dual was really big. And we also have a design which is typically dual. That's the first 2 points. I mean, we have a broad product range which starts with a product for the vinyl beginners and goes up to the high-end audiophile vinyl listeners.
Okay.
We try to have an excellent price-performance ratio with all our products for the beginners as well as for the high-end listeners.
Can you tell us a little bit about that product line? You stated that the product line goes from pretty much the beginner, right up until the super high-end audiophile. Can you tell us a little bit about the models within the line?
Yeah. Well, we have belt-driven, two belt-driven at the moment, two belt-driven turntables. It's CS418 and the CS518, both belt-driven. 418 today is the entry model for the manual players. We have a CS429 soon, which will be on the US market in January, which is our entry model for fully automatic players. And we plan a plug-and-play fully automatic player for the vinyl beginners, which should be on the market, say, third quarter of 2022. We have then the 618, which will be on the market in January, is a direct drive model, which is higher class, of course, and has this twin gimbal tone arm, which is very typically for dual products.
Okay. So how many models is that total in the dual line right now?
At the moment, we have 3 models on the US market. There will be a fourth one soon, the CS429. There will be during 2022 there will be a CS529, which will be comparable with the CS518, but it is a fully automatic player. And then we have the Primus Maximus, which is a limited edition of a very high-end turntable, which is handcrafted here in Germany, and we only build 100 pieces of it.
Oh wow! Okay, so tell us, Josef, a little bit. I know Dual has been around for a really long time. Maybe you could tell us the year that Dual started, but how has Dual changed through the years? Not just the company, but the turntables themselves.
Well, Dual was founded in 1907 by 2 brothers, these Steidinger brothers in St. Georgen. They used to do feather motors for clockworks. But then when turntables came up on the basis of gramophones, they also produced those motors for these feather-driven motors for turntables, and then sort of developed the company into one of the biggest turntable producers in the world. In the 70s, Dual was really big, had more than 3,000 employees, and built a few thousand turntables a day. Then in the 80s, 1982, as the CD player from the Far East came into the game, Dual went into trouble, went bankrupt, was then sold to a French company named Thomson. And 6 years later, it was sold to Schneider Rundfunkwerke, which was a company here in Bavaria, pretty close to where we are today. And Schneider, with Schneider, I came into the game because I was assistant to the CEO first, and was then promoted being a dual export manager. But in 1993, Dual was sold to Karstadt, which is a big German retail chain. They plan to use the brand for turntables, but also other audio and video equipment. And after this, Karstadt sold the brand. They were not successful, and it was sold to Linmark, which was at 2002 when Linmark bought the brand, a sister company to my company today. And that was the time when myself and Dual had a reunion, sort of, because we were allowed to use the brand in Germany, and when the company went bankrupt, we bought the brand for our company.
And it's been yours ever since then.
Yeah. So yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what's going on with Dual right now in terms of research and development. That you mentioned a little bit about the models that you guys are introducing in 2022, but tell us a little bit about what you guys are working on right now and what we can expect from Dual in the future.
You know, when I bought the company in 2018, and I was persuaded that we're gonna go back to where we come from, concentrate far more on turntables, and try to also sell the turntables all over the world. So I started a project collecting all the licenses that were spread all over the world. We had Europe, but we couldn't find license agreements with a partner named Samsung, who has rights in the US, and we found a license agreement for the US market and for many parts of Asia. And wherever the brand was not registered, we did register again, like Russia, Ukraine, Australia, New Zealand, and so on. So these days we sell turntables again all over the world. And I did win a German guy, a turntable enthusiast, Fred Langer, and he joined the company. He's our chief engineer. He's into turntables since he was 16 years old. He's an engineer from his background, and he does all the engineering for our turntables.
Okay. And so in terms of products, can you just go over what is going to be introduced in 2022 that you can tell us about?
Yeah. I was told not to talk about the CS329, but this will be a plug-in turntables, which I'm pretty sure that we're gonna get to the market in 2022. Fred Langer is not sure yet, and our product manager as well. But I guess by the end of 2022 we will have it. We will introduce the CS429 soon. It has been already shipped to the US, so it will be on the market by January at the latest. We will then launch the CS529, which will be on the market, I guess, by the end of second quarter in 2022. And well, that's it. We will then have at the end of 2022, I guess we will have three fully automatic turntables for each for broad price range, and we will have 3 manual players like CS418, 518, and 618. We do plan a product which is called CS718, but this is definitely not to be announced for 2022. This will be 2023, I guess.
Well, it sounds like you have a long-range plan to keep Dual busy and to keep your engineer busy and to keep the product announcements coming. That sounds fantastic. Is there anything else that you'd like to share today about Dual Turntables and your work there, or any of the staff that you have at Dual?
Well, as I said, we're gonna. My personal persuasion is that Dual always has been an excellent brand for turntables. So we concentrate on turntables. We want to be best in class. We want to have the best price-performance ratio in everything we do. And as soon as we have we got Dual back to where it belongs, to the major players, amongst the major players, we will also go and introduce some further products, like, of course, a preamp, and some other audio equipment. But this will not take place in 2022, but I guess we will have it someday in 2023.
Well, Josef, that sounds fantastic. It sounds like you really enjoy your work at Dual, and it sounds like you guys are busy and the company is in really good hands. I really appreciate you joining me today, and I'm sure Tom Moon, our current Dual owner, will be very interested in all the product introductions you guys have coming. And that's it for today. And Josef, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Jeff. Bye-bye. All the best.
Bye-bye.